trimmed, and I didn't really realize that both cat's claws need trimmed. Hello! Oh, that's not me. That's not me either. That's me. Hello, welcome to Streamcast number 10. I got a lot of things to share with you guys, like my cat's claws are really, really sharp. Here, let's see if we can get these little bad boys in the camera. No. They just look like paws in the light. Oh, let me turn that music down. No, that's actually probably good on your guys' end. We're doing a news one. We kind of have like 2 streamcasts going on. Really, I'd do 2 like separate ones if I could. Boy, get out of the camera. Get out of the fucking camera, boy. But we kind of do 2 separate ones where it's like one week we do like something really random, like watch gaming commercials, and then the other week is like gaming news, which is fine by me because honestly, like there's always like a lot of gaming news, but not all of it's interesting. So I just wrote it down. Let me look. Today we are going to talk about Yugioh and Konami planning on penalizing smelly players at their tournaments. Starfield was delayed. PlayStation Plus announced, that'll probably be the last thing we do, all the games that are going to be on their lineup for their, I don't even know what they're calling it. I keep forgetting. I know that it was Project Spartacus and whatever. I'm going to call it PlayStation Game Pass for now.
We're kind of call it PlayStation Platinum.
PlayStation... I don't know. I'll probably see it, and then I'll correct myself later in the streamcast. Where was I? New Silent Hill games. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot more fire to that smoke that was started a couple years ago at this point. And we did get some new Sonic Origins gameplay, which not a lot to speak of there. But we're gonna start with Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if you saw it. This is our old news at this point. This is the news that inevitably came out, like a couple weeks ago, like right after we did the last streamcast. This is actually something that was reported a couple years ago in 2019, but this was like pre-pandemic. I think that Konami was going to start doing that. And if you don't know the current Yu-Gi-Oh scene, tournament-wise, they just got back to doing in-person events. So that's probably why this news is coming back. And I'm trying to find the article. I'll pop it up for you guys here. Oops, I just bumped that. Where is this is the Google. You guys can see the Google. Oh my God. It's a news website with multiple ads everywhere. Let's start from the top. An official update to their tournament policy was implemented, which specifically refers to the player's hygiene. It says this is a new section requiring all persons attending a tournament to be clean and wear clean clothing. If you or your clothing is excessively dirty or bad smelling, you can be penalized. I don't know what the penalty is. I'll keep reading here. This rule has been placed for...
force you to take a shower.
What's up?
They force you to take a shower.
Yeah.
That
was... For some of them, that is a penalty game. That's like a penalty game from Season 0, where Yami, like, makes him take a shower for all eternity or something. Has it made an impact? Only those who have attended Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments can know for sure. This is from fraghero.com, by the way.
That would actually be a good rule. No, I don't know if it's a rule change, but policy change that they could do at other... I know people have been complaining a lot over the years about Smash Bros. Tournaments smelling like shit. The players there smell like shit.
Really? I'm not surprised. I'm not really surprised. But I understand, like, I do understand, some people are like, oh, man. This is an interesting line, I guess, because I have heard from some people, like, oh my gosh, like, at cons and stuff, like, don't be rude, like, you shouldn't, like, I wouldn't go up to that guy and be like, tell him he smells like shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry, but maybe that's what some of these fucking people need. Because it's not just like, oh, I forgot to put deodorant on. Like, I think most people are like, oh, that's all right. Like, it'll smell like a little BO-y. But some of these people, when I'm picturing the smell right now of a stinky person at a Yu-Gi-Oh!
horror stories of what people will actually do at card game tournaments. Like I think I've heard about some people who have actually like shit their pants to like throw people off because it's like a professional tournament. So they're like in the top 8, so they'll actually like shit their pants so that it like really just starts to get in their head, and it really distracts them. People are willing to do stuff like that in order to win, and that's really disgusting.
Sorry, I'm baffled. Okay, I could see that. But I don't know. For me personally, that wouldn't affect me. I'd be like, I'm still gonna fucking tribute this. I don't know. I could see that. And I've heard of I have heard stories, although I never knew if any of them were true, of NFL players doing the same thing. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I feel like they'd just throw my team off too. Like, even if they kind of know what, so fucking weird. Yeah. I would say if that was true, there definitely should be some kind of penalty for what the fuck. Like, Jesus Christ. I guess they're doing anything they can to win. I don't think there's been any kind of reports as to like how that rule is being implemented or anything, but that's why it was our first story. I thought it was just kind of funny. It was just a lighthearted, like, in a way, lighthearted.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're trying to, it is disgusting. I do think, like I said, like, some of these people need to hear that, because, like, when I think of a stinky person at a con, like, I feel like I've smelled it before, and I'm like, it's not just, again, it's not like I forgot my deodorant, or I maybe forgot to brush my teeth today.
People
it's
smell
like this guy hasn't showered in like a week, and you can smell it from a couple tables down. Like, that is a thing, and I know exactly who those types of people are. It's like, wash your fucking everything. Come on. Like, that's what some of these people, like, don't. I'm like, no, I think they do need to hear, like, you smell like shit. Go take a fucking shower. Like, Jesus Christ, brush your fucking teeth for the rest of us. Because it does get to a hygiene point where it's like, this person smells like they're carrying a fucking disease. Like, am I going to catch something just from being in their area? So I honestly, like, I know some people, they don't want you to be mean about certain. I'm like, no, that is one thing that as I've gotten older, like, I totally understand, like, saying to kids no, but to an adult, be like, just to be like, hey man, I just want you to know, like, you smell awful. Like
yeah, because if look at it this way, if they didn't have that idea in mind to like clean themselves up for that tournament, if they don't get told that, they're not gonna. Right. That's not something they're gonna go into the next tournament thinking that they got to do. They're just gonna keep doing that until someone tells them that that's not good.
You know what? I don't think that if a person like were to go on Twitter and they were to say something like, oh, I got kicked out of a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. They told me I came up to me and I stink, blah, 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 blah. I actually don't think that person would get a lot of support. They'd probably be like, yeah, go take a shower. I actually think even, like, the hardest of hardcore, like softies on Twitter would be like, yeah, like, we're tired of it, too. Because I've heard a lot of people say that. They're sick of that shit when it comes to, like, cons and stuff, but anyway, how do you picture a smell? Well, I guess I just mean, like, I know,
you know what that kind of person looks like
and smells like, and I've been around some of these dorks, these fucking doofuses. Anyways. Next topic. Where should we go to next? So I want to save the PlayStation Plus list for last because I feel like it's kind of fun. That could take a little extra time. How about we talk about? Let's talk about Sonic Origins new gameplay because there's not a whole lot to say. I'm gonna try to post it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I actually don't know about that, so I'm gonna look it up and Sonic.
Sonic Origins had a little bit of new gameplay. I still didn't figure out if it was like a leak or not. I was gonna make a full YouTube video, just like me talking, and then I was like, there's not much to say here. Let's go to Nintendo Wire. Do they have the? They do. They have the footage from. Move my camera a little bit for my vision's sake. They have the footage. I can link you the article even. Yeah, I just thought, like, you know what? There's actually not a whole lot to say here, but I did want to point a couple things out on the Streamcast. I was like, cool, fuck it.
I agree. It's the only new stuff. I mean, like, legitimately new is the actual stuff outside of the gameplay itself.
So there's
as
a couple
well as
things.
The ranking system. There's a ranking system. It looks like too.
So the ranking system's cool. So you got your character select for every Sonic game. We already knew that was the thing, even though we haven't seen it in action yet. Oh, did it just freeze on me? Oh, I might have paused on accident. They kind of just show the game here or whatever. I'm watching it on stream right now. Drop dash, which a lot of people kind of saw because there was a Twitter post where somebody was like, oh, it looked like they edited out the drop dash of a very specific clip in the original trailer. Show some supersonic whatever that's in the original game. All this is in the original game. This part right here. So they took the infamous Pit of Doom in Mystic Cave Zone in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and if you accidentally fall in it, it leads to an entirely new zone, Hidden Palace Zone, which it's been a while since I've looked into it. I don't remember the history of that, but I think in the original game, that's what that pit was supposed to be, and Hidden Palace Zone was never used or something like that.
I was gonna say, like, I think I didn't think Hidden Palace was ever an actual level. I thought it was just like a beta map.
Let me look it up. Yeah, well, they turned it into a full zone. So that was like that was the first thing in this trailer that got me super excited. I mean, the menu looks great. It was originally removed late in development of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It is an underground cavern full of blah, blah, blah. It was among the last levels deleted from the game. I do remember this, like, picture in Hidden Palace Zone of, where was that at on the page? Yeah, it looks so cool. It looks just like it. They basically put it back in. So I don't know if we're gonna get any other stages like that.
What other ones did they cut out?
A similar stage name with the same name appeared later in Sonic and Knuckles. I'm not sure which stage that is. It doesn't say. What other ones did they come out? So I don't remember which one it was, but I know in Sonic Mania they added one of them back in. It's like the desert. That was cut out of one of the Sonic games. And they put that in Sonic Mania.
Oh, okay. I think I know about that one.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but...
Yeah, me neither.
I do not see... Oh, I did not know that. So apparently in Sonic 2... in the 2013 remaster, which I think is like the one on Xbox and stuff that they're getting rid of, you can access Hidden Palace Zone. I did not know they put that back in. Christian Whitehead was behind the implementation of Hidden Palace Zone in this port, though he used some of Simon Thalmy, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Thalmy's concepts during... I didn't actually know that. Okay, I have that version too. I guess I just didn't encounter it, but I actually, now that I say that in my head, I feel like I remember hearing that. That's how I found out about it. Okay, so this is not new. This is not new to Sonic Origins. Nonetheless, I'll continue with the rest of the trailer real quick. There's just a little bit more here. That is so cool, though. And then the ranks, yeah. So the ranking system here, it looks like there's like different things you can do to get ranks too. It's not like beating the level. Well, it is, but it's not only time limit. It's also rings, so you have to have a certain amount of rings. So you really have to like ball out in these levels to get like a high rank or whatever, which is really cool. So I'm probably gonna play a lot of Sonic Origins because I've already been playing these games recently. I've been playing like the backwards compatible 360 arcade versions for achievements. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys didn't get to see the rest of the trailer. I'll play the entire thing in one loop while we're talking one more time. But yeah, I'll probably gonna play the shit out of it and see. I don't know what achievements there are and stuff in this, or I'm sure it's like 1,000 G gamer score or platinum. I'm sure there's a platinum for PlayStation. Most games have that nowadays. But yeah, I wanted to show that new gameplay, especially since I was excited about Hidden Pal Zone. I didn't realize that's not new at all. So now I literally don't have anything else to say other than the ranking system looks cool and the menu screen looks nice. So I guess there's your update on Sonic Origins. My bad. Oh, well. A lot of people are probably like, oh, I played that. Yeah. I didn't know that. I wonder if they did add any other levels, and not that I know of. Not that I can recall. So anyway. There you go. Do you have anything else to add to that? I assume not. But looks meh. Fuck you, Gabe. Come on, man. Come on.
No, I have nothing to say about it besides.
Fuck that game, right?
Yeah, fuck that game.
Okay. Let's move on to let's talk about the new Silent Hill games. Supposedly.
I did see something about those.
Okay. Yeah. So I have not been following the rumors recently. I was following the rumors when it came to like well, there was what was the Blue Box? Is that the company that everybody was maybe thinking Kojima was making a Silent Hill?
I thought it was Bloober.
Well, Bloober's no, I mean like this was that conspiracy that happened last year with like Blue Box Games or something like that. Wherever they're making like some kind of
Blue Box Games with Abandoned.
They're making some kind of game for Sony, yeah, and we still don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, everybody stopped caring as soon as they found out it wasn't Silent Hill. So,
to be quite honest, yeah. To be quite honest, they've flubbed a couple things on their part too, but nonetheless, so. I have an article here. I've been keeping up with the rumors. Like, honestly, if we were really thinking about the rumors of Silent Hill, they've been stretching for like 2 years now. Because I do recall a couple years ago when they had like started, there was some talk about there maybe being a new Silent Hill, and longtime fans of this is from Screen Rant. Longtime fans of the Silent Hill franchise may have finally gotten their first look at the next full game in the series after some alleged new images leaked online. Good lord. So this is actually something I did not know. I did not know that there was like supposedly these leaked images. I could link you to this article too, actually, if you want to look at them. I think it'll take you to Twitter, though. But I did hear that, so I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago that they started talking that maybe Bloober Team was involved, and Bloober Team is the company that made the Medium. So that's a respectable game to go off of if you're thinking, like, what kind of, are they going to be able to do this Silent Hill game?
I was just trying to find it, and so this article you sent me is from 5 days ago, right? Well, 3 hours ago, the same website, Screen Rant, published another article about Silent Hill that says you're going to wish Silent Hill was dead, and now it's talking about how they don't think that Team Bloober, if it is them, is going to really understand what Team Silent's vision for the series is, so they think that they might fuck it up.
I don't know. I will say this about Screen Rant. It's a little bit it's a bit of a clickbaity website. So I don't know if I would trust. No, I'm not saying that article is. I don't know if it is, but I don't know if we can make the suggestion that Team Bloober doesn't understand Silent Hill. Like, they haven't really given us any reason to believe that as of right now, especially since the Medium was a pretty, I understand it's a different game, but it was a pretty well received, like, horror game. It did solid numbers, it was, and so I guess I'm not. I'd have to read to see what they said. I don't really care though. So the thing about those images that makes it interesting is that they were actually removed due to copyright claims. So that is interesting. That means it's something.
That is promising.
It's something, because you don't do that, right, unless you care about that getting out right now. The leaked images appear to be from 2020, a year in which there were quite a few potentially credible Silent Hill rumors. This is true. It's currently believed that the new title in the series is in the hands of Bloober Team, the developer behind the horror hits, including The Medium and Layers of Fear. If true, it wouldn't be the first time Bloober has handled a beloved horror IP, having released Blair Witch in 2019, with credible sources also claiming Konami has multiple Silent Hill projects in the works. It's unclear exactly what's to be expected from the franchise in the future. So, yeah, actually, I think it was either yesterday or today that there was something coming out saying that there might be 3 Silent Hill games in the works, and I'm like, oh my fucking god.
I think they're remakes.
Oh my god.
2 of them are remakes, I think. I had to find the picture that I saw where it listed which ones they were.
Last part. The image leak is particularly noteworthy due to the copyright strike from Konami. While the company has thus far stayed quiet on the potential Silent Hill leak, the successful copyright claim suggests that the content is indeed owned by Konami, which makes the alleged Silent Hill images seem even more legitimate. Okay. So I do want to give some thoughts on this. I am not I'm not a huge Silent Hill fan. I'm nothing against it. I just haven't really. I'm trying to think. What is my Silent Hill experience for transparency? I played some of 2 and some of the first one, and I've seen the third. Never seen 4. I actually don't know jack shit about Silent Hill 4.
Silent Hill 4 is Homecoming, right?
No, Silent Hill 4 is
Downpour.
Like the room. Silent Hill 4 is like the room or something.
Okay, I need to look at stuff.
Because I played, no, not Homecoming. Hang on. What are the Silent Hill games?
It is the room.
It is the room. I've seen the entire one on the Wii. What was that one?
Shattered Memories.
Shattered Memories was... could have been worse, I guess. Yeah, Silent Hill 4, the room. And then Homecoming, I know the story of Homecoming. I kind of know the issues it had. Did not play Book of Memories. Don't know anything about it. I think that's the one Way Forward made, though. But here's my thing with Silent Hill and Konami. This is a franchise that you got to understand, even from the first 3 games, has been so mismanaged from the beginning. Even though the first 3 games are a success, I don't know how people feel about the 4th one, to be quite honest. I actually don't. I really don't know anything about Silent Hill 4.
I think the general consensus is that everybody loves the first 3, and then everything after that is completely, what's the word I'm looking for?
Let's look at Silent Hill 4 reception. Silent Hill 4 was generally well received. The PlayStation Xbox versions have a Metacritic rating of 76, while the PC version was less well received. Story, music, detailed environments, and graphics were generally praised. Despite some criticism of the combat mechanics, the majority of reviewers found them to be a considerable improvement over the other games. The atmosphere and the fear factor was also praised. Many people cited it as tense and damned. Some common criticisms were having to constantly revisit Room 302. Don't know what that is. The ability to only hold 10 items and the lack of detailed puzzles and boss fights. So it looks like critics, it doesn't really tell me what the fans think, but critics seem to like it enough.
The word I was looking for was subjective. Everything after 3 was subjective.
Okay.
Like, you either like it or you don't.
Okay.
But everybody seems to love the first 3.
Okay. I'll show you guys. Sorry. I keep forgetting that. Let me get my Stream Deck over here so I don't...
So I found this article talking about how it's Bloober Team. They're I don't know if this is still rumors or if it's like kind of getting more and more confirmed, but it says Bloober Team is working on one. Annapurna is also kind of sticking their nose in there.
Okay.
and then it says others. So I don't know
Others.
if those are kind of out in the wild still.
So I don't remember where I read this, but I thought I had read that they were like wanting to remake like Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, I think that's one of them. Because that's what the title of this article is Silent Hill 2 might be the next big horror game remake.
Okay.
So I think that's what they are working on.
So
if it is.
My best guess is that if they were to remake it, they are probably starting from scratch. Considering the disaster that was Silent Hill HD.
The original Silent Hill HD collection.
There's no way they're porting that. And having lost the source code, they kind of learned their lesson that you cannot try to finish a game that the source code has been lost for, but you've found some kind of like
a beta build.
Yeah, of it, or if you even want to call it that, because what they had was extremely unfinished. And you can't also port it at the same time, because that's what really fucked those developers over on that. Again, nothing... Oh, sorry.
What's going on? I don't know where he was going with that.
Sorry, babies are home. Yeah, you can't, like, everything that could not... I lost where I was at. But, basically, like, everything that Konami, or, like, every time, like... It seems like every time a Silent Hill game... I'm gaining my train of thought back, but every time a Silent Hill game has kind of, like, flopped and stuff... It always just seems like a lot of it is on the part of Konami. Like, there are some things to blame for Homecoming. Like, the story, yeah, that's not really, Konami's fault, some of that. Well, then again, some of it is. If you know the history behind, like, that game, I guess. So, I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith right now that this is going to lead to anything. Like... We're really going to need to see some things to confirm, like, whether this is even going to be a good thing or not. But I guess the whole point of the matter is that it's coming back, It seems like it's coming back. I think there's more fire to now than there is smoke. This is starting to feel like a rumor that is finally, like, coming to fruition. Which is interesting, because we really haven't seen a lot from Konami other than that new Getsufuma game that they released, which I never played, actually. I wanted to, but...
I hope finally we get... If this is true, we finally get a good fucking game again from Konami, because they have not been treating their series very well.
No, and they won't be developing it, obviously, but... Team Silent's all gone, so, I don't even know if they could get the original, like, Yamaoka. Akira Yamaoka, like, the artist behind music.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably they can't get him back. That's a big deal. Like, Silent Hill was just, it's such a strong team where it's interesting because a lot of the people involved did very unique, interesting things that it's a very hard game to replicate. So... all right. What do we got? We got two more topics. Into crying baby. Let us go over the Starfield delay. We'll spend maybe like 10 minutes on this at best, and the last 20 minutes we'll be talking about the PlayStation thing. Oh no, wait. I am missing one. I'm missing two. We got two things here, so we'll do like 10, 10, 10. Buddy, I'm trying to do a streamcast over here. Oh, they didn't sleep. Oh boy, they're gonna be rowdy babies then. I totally forgot about this topic. We'll do Starfield, but then I have 2 more actually. So Starfield has been delayed, along with Redfall. I just thought we would talk about this as a follow-up to what we mentioned in our Streamcast segment, where we were talking about way too early game of the year. Is that what it was? Yeah, it was like when we were talking about our way too early game of the year picks. Obviously, this is off the list now. It's becoming very easy to say Elden Ring. Elden Ring is going to get Elden Ring. Uh-huh. This baby's cute, but she's making a lot of noise while we're trying to talk about Starfield. Buddy, come on, man. You got something to say? You want to talk about Starfield? Go on, say something.
What's that? Oh, did I just hear your baby say we were right to be worried?
We were right about Starfield.
With you.
We were right about Starfield. That's exactly what she said. I think we mentioned in the way too early game of the year predictions that we were starting to get a little worried about Starfield. I don't remember what you said exactly, but my personal thought was that I was worried about Starfield because they hadn't said a whole lot, and it seemed like they were pretty, Bethesda is a company that is known for being stuck on a date, in this case, November 11th of this year, and I wasn't sure if they were willing to delay it or not. I'm glad they did, but, I was thinking, like, there's no way that this is going to be good if they don't show us some gameplay by the end of the summer. And I said, and even then, it's a little like, And we got some backlash for our thoughts on that on our YouTube channel. We got backlash in the comment section for I made a separate clip called like I'm worried about Starfield or something like that. She's not eating anything, Gabe. Not that I know of. Was the dislike ratio high? I don't remember. I would have to.
I couldn't tell you. Brock would be the only one who would.
Because
they don't list dislikes anymore.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So I can look at dislikes? Is that how it works?
I thought that's what it was. I thought that only the channel, like the uploader, the channel owner, could see how many dislikes the video had, as opposed to.
Well, it has 0 likes. It does not tell me how many dislikes there are. But yeah, there was like we had some backlash. There was this person was like, well, this person had really bad grammar. It says, funny thing is Bethesda never. I could put this on the screen for you guys. Funny thing is Bethesda never really show gameplay more than 4 months out. Why are people acting brand new? I'm acting used, actually. This is like, I did reply to him. I said Skyrim was. This is true because I looked this up. Skyrim was shown off for the first time 9 months before the game came out. 9 months. So I don't even know what he's talking about. He said, funny thing is Bethesda never really shows gameplay more than 4 months out. Okay, that's. And I said, Skyrim was shown 9 months before it came out. So this is not true. I said, and that being said, not saying it'll be bad, but given their recent track record, I'm a bit concerned. He says, understood, so either way, it is common practice to them. 9 Moss mark has passed. Let's wait for the 4 Moss mark then. I don't know. We don't need to wait for the 4 Moss mark. Why is he saying Moss? Is that like a shortened, that's not a typo, right? Whatever. He says, but I have a feeling next month we will see something, hopefully, which is funny because at this point it's delayed. I said we should. Well, I still think, though, it's possible we might see something on June 12th. And I said, huge Elder Scrolls fan, but Fallout 76 give me PTSD. And he says, I just want to shut them ponies up for a month or two. Okay, this is when I started to realize these comments of people hating us, it's probably Xbox fanboys who are just, like, really wanting Starfield to succeed. And they're like, they saw the title of my video, and they're like, oh, no, this guy probably said something bad. Like, what could it possibly be? Like, why would he be worried about this game that's guaranteed to succeed? And they listened to us, and then, we had Highlander 001. saying these guys are clowns, and it's like, well, now you look stupid. Now you look dumb because. And I'm not trying to be petty. I'm just trying to point this out that that we had a legitimate reason to be concerned, and I almost still feel like they should delay it a little longer. But hopefully we do get gameplay. If we get gameplay next month, I'll start to feel a lot better about it. If it's looking good, like if they showed at the Xbox thing, is what I'm saying. This person also said that. He said, isn't this the way Bethesda shows off all their games a couple months before it's released? So I don't think they would change the way they're doing things just for one, IP, as long as June 12th gameplay is good. And again, I'm like, where is this coming from? Because, like, I found out, like, that was only true, as far as I know, with Fallout 76. And that game was awful. So I'm not sure why people think that, because I clearly remember Skyrim being shown a lot longer before. I watched the gameplay for Skyrim for so long, so many times before that game came out. I was like, it had to be at least 6 months, and it was 9 months before the game came out.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And Redfall's delayed. I don't give a shit.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. I'd say. That's funny because I saw that too, and I was like, I don't even know what Redfall is. Anything you want to add to that? Before
No, just anything you said is what I was gonna say. So
I'm just trying to think if we have time for this last topic here, because I did want to discuss it. I should have cut out Sonic Origins. We should have done this, but I'll go ahead and say it at least. Sega has promised a significant increase in new titles by the end of March 2023, so next year sometime, including new remakes and remasters of its classics, and a presentation detailing its results for its fiscal year ending March 2022. So basically, like, every company does their fiscal report around this time, and they usually give like a roadmap for where they want to be next year. Well, apparently they want a bunch of remasters and remakes, or at least there's going to be some remasters and remakes, which is interesting. I guess the question is, what Sega games do you want to see? Or what Sega games do you think we will see?
I would love to see Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remakes.
Oh shit!
But
well,
I don't fucking trust them to do that.
I don't know if it would happen, but it was reported, I do remember this. It was reported last month that Sega is working on big budget reboots of Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio. So those are supposed to be like, the rumor was that they were supposed to be part of what Sega calls their super games, which is, I can't even remember what it is, but it just sounds so Sega and so stupid. It's like, just release video game, whatever. Nonetheless, they are supposedly working on a new Crazy Taxi and finally a new Jet Set Radio, which is, I don't think they have, I can't think of his name now. I follow him on Twitter. The CEO of Funk. Whatever the fuck his name is. I don't think they have him involved. But the only thing I didn't know how I felt about those is apparently they were thinking like Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio super games were going to be like games where you would unlock it. I don't want to say like Fortnite, because I don't think it's going to be like a multiplayer, kind of thing, but it was going to be one of those things where it's like they have like maybe a battle pass or some kind of thing where you unlock new things during seasons or something like that. Even though it's not like you're going to have like ranked Crazy Taxi matches. It's just for fun. Little bit more like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, how it kind of has a battle pass to give you extra stuff, maybe, or like whatever, something like that. And I was like, I'm down for that. It's not really what I personally want out of those games, but it's whatever. Like I do like unlockables. Sometimes I miss the old days though, where you'd unlock things like various methods, not just through like leveling up in a game.
Yeah, I miss those as well.
But nonetheless, I'm trying to think of like what other Sega games like. Actually, easy, easiest please, Sega, please do it. Please, oh God, please. I'm trying to think of how to say their name again. Dotemu, I think that's their name, right? Give them Golden Axe. Please, God. Give them... And make a Streets of Rage 5 while you're at it. I was playing Streets of Rage 4 again yesterday because I finally got the DLC.
Did Streets of Rage 4, right?
Yeah. Give them Golden Axe. That is, like, for me, personally, that's, like, high priority.
Man, could you imagine a Golden Axe in this, like, art style of Streets of Rage 4?
I gotta, like, turn around and look at maybe some of my Sega games. Obviously, like...
Awesome.
What's it called? The JRPG with Vike.
Any of the fucking Tales games?
Tales games?
No, I don't know.
What is the freaking why can't I think of the name? The one with Vice and
Oh, are you talking about Skies of Arcadia?
Yeah, please do something with that. Please give us the old games. They're so expensive. The GameCube version is like the superior one, but even the Dreamcast version is so expensive. I want to play those. I've never played them. I want to play them so bad, and I just don't. Well, I don't have a Dreamcast. I could buy the GameCube one, but how much does that go for? Like, it's... Hang on.
Let's find out.
I'm pretty sure it's like 200. Skies of Arcadia. Is it Legends? Is that the... I've always wanted to play that so bad. Here's one on
$280.
Yeah, it's too much. Like, for fuck's sake. I know you can emulate. I'm not much of an emulator. Yes, I have done it, but I don't prefer to do it. I want to play that game so bad. I've never got to. We already got House of the Dead, but I would like more House of the Dead because we just got a remake. I didn't play the remake, but I love House of the Dead.
I mean, and like, since they just did the remake, it's like they have the entire system there. They can just make a new one with that.
Yeah. I'm going to try to avoid going into, as I, like, try to wrap up this topic, I'm going to try to avoid going into, like, things that Sega owns, like Atlas. Like, obviously, I want every single old Atlas game ported to PC and consoles if possible, whatever. Also, please let the people who made Growlancer, who you now own, CareerSoft, make a new Devil Survivor or something like that, like blah, blah, blah. I'm going to avoid all that because technically that is Sega, but I think we're probably referring to more of like homemade Sega types, you know, the things that they're a little bit more known for that they own the IPs to, but maybe some of those companies are gone, like Overworks, you know, I don't even know if they exist anymore. They made Skies of Arcadia.
All right, I grabbed my copy of the Sega Genesis Classics.
Go for it.
Altered Beast.
What?
Altered Beast.
It would be really cool. That's another one you could give to Is it Dotemu? Dotemu. That's how you say. I want to call it Dotemu every time. Dotemu. That's another one that you could give to them, and that one could really use it because Altered Beast. It's a good game, but it's not as great as some people remember it being. Like, especially I've never played the arcade port, which I assume is better.
An Altered Beast.
Yeah, Altered Beast. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally,
it's
I like
okay
it, but I'm not that big of a fan of it. Like,
it's an okay game, but it looks really cool. It has cool music, and it's got a lot of good ideas. Like, I think that you could do something with it. That would be cool. Golden Axe to Dotemu.
Shinobi.
I'll always take another. Games? Yes. Oh God. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. When is the last time we got a Shinobi game? Hey God. Because that's actually been a while. Shinobi.
Oh fuck! Could you imagine if they gave Comics Zone to Dotemu?
You know what? I'm not gonna. You could give anything to that company at this point. They're on such high ground, especially with that Ninja Turtles game coming out.
Fuck it. Let's just let them make the next Bloodborne.
Well, Shinobi. Hang on. I fucking love Revenge of Shinobi. Is one of my favorite Genesis games. I'm trying to find when the last one that came out is, because it's been a while now. Now it has seriously been a while.
This one's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, but I fucking love this game, even though it's super frustrating and I never know. Last time I played it, I did not know how to beat like any of the levels because it's such a confusing game to play. But I love the game because of how cool it is and just how unique it is. Vector Man, that'd be awesome to get another one of those.
Yeah, Vector Man's a fun game. Yeah, it's hard though. That is a hard game. That would be interesting.
Like I said, it's one of my guilty pleasures.
Yep. Vector Man it's got like really great sound effects and shit too. It's just I don't know. You just play it.
Really
I mean, I'm not gonna
crunchy.
do the sound
It's got a really
zero.
crunchy sound effects.
Yeah, it's very it just has really unique, like interesting, like it's just a very arcadey like Genesis game. The last Shinobi game we got was in 2011, Shinobi 3D on the 3DS, and the one before that was Nightshade, which was in 2003. I don't even is that a PS2 one? I know there was. Oh, I've never heard of this. It's actually a female Shinobi game. I've never heard of this, but it's a PlayStation 2 game. Reception, average reviews. Okay. So, yeah, it's been a little while since we've had good old Shinobi. I would fucking love that. That used to be one of my favorite Sega franchises on the Genesis. Absolutely loved Revenge of Shinobi. It'll never, ever, 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 ever probably happen, but I would absolutely love Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg to get some kind of port or anything.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I have it on GameCube, but my copy's kind of fucked up. So I'm like, it's got scratches on it, but I think it might still work. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like I would love to have something new, but I kind of have something already.
I do not have it, and I wish I still did.
Is it expensive?
It's around the $100 range, so it's something. Here's one with an easily peelable sticker.
I found one
85, so I don't know.
I found one on eBay for $70. I found one for $45. I found one for $1,500.
Okay, so excuse me.
it's a WADA graded one.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't buying that. Yeah, I would love to. I would just love to play Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg again. That's one. I don't know. I'm trying to. I mean, obviously, like a lot of the Sonic stuff, I'm kind of excluding here too, because it's like, well, you know, we're gonna get whatever. Would I like them to port the old Sonic games? Honestly, I'd like them to port the shitty ones. I'll play them all. I'll play Shadow. I'll play Sonic and the Black Knight. I'll play Sonic and the Secret Rings if you can find a way. Like, I would play them, but some of those they are gonna pretend like they never happened, like Sonic 06. But I'm not sure if I'm missing any, but we probably should move on to our next topic. You know, I'm always open to new Valkyria Chronicles. Always open to. Obviously, it sounds like we're getting Jet Set Radio. Space Channel 5, I would like a new console one. I know they did the VR one. I would like a new console one because I actually really like Space Channel 5. That is a fun-ass game. Little dated now. I don't know if you could make a $60 game out of that, but you could probably make a nice $20 to $40 arcade, you know, digital-only kind of thing.
All right. I went and did one last look around my games, and I found one that we've actually tried playing before that would be an interesting one as well. You remember when one time I brought over that game called Amazing Island?
Is that Sega?
Yeah, it is Sega.
Did they make... I don't know if they own the license to that, though, because I think that Amazing Island was also on the Super Nintendo. Was it not?
It was on the GameCube.
No, but I thought that was like a remake, the GameCube one. Am I wrong? What is the... Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, that is a Sega game. It's published by Sega. I do remember Amazing Island. I remember playing it at your house when we were kids, actually. Is that an expensive game? Not really. Nah, that's in the 50s to 60s. For GameCube game, that's cheap. I don't know why. I was like, that just looks like a game that might be expensive. Okay, what was the Amazing... What was the Super Nintendo game I'm thinking of? There's something Island on Super Nintendo. Not Yoshi's Island. Huh, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Okay. Well, Amazing Island. Yeah, I do remember that.
There's Super Adventure Island.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, like Adventure Island. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I don't know why I was thinking like. Okay. I'm just taking one last look. I'm always down for more Sega sports games, actually, like the tennis and stuff, even though they're not all great. But, I wouldn't mind like a new, obviously new Sonic.
Who did NFL Street?
EA.
Was it EA?
Yeah, EA Sports or whatever. It's in the game. It's in the game, motherfucker. All right. Well, I'm ready to move on to the last one. I'm sure there's more Sega games. I love Sega. There's so many Sega topics I could, Sega games that I could.
I am also ready to
what,
move on.
Gabe? Are you gonna worry about your baby lemon lime? What does that mean? What is lemon lime? What do you say? All right. So PlayStation has revealed its classic set a marker games catalog for PlayStation Plus. I'm not going to say how I feel about it. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read.
Is it just called PlayStation Plus Premium?
Maybe. Well, there's 3 versions of it. PlayStation Plus Essential, PlayStation Plus Extra, and Premium/Deluxe.
Jesus.
I guess. I'm not sure. We'll just call it PlayStation. We'll call it PlayStation Plus, Premium, and Deluxe. There you go. So, basically, with Premium, you get. Hang on. Where does it say? We're on Twitter now, so I got to be careful. PlayStation. I'm trying to figure out where it says which one you get with which, but we'll just go with Deluxe because Deluxe will come with everything. So, I'm not going to read the PS4 games, and honest to God, I'll skim the PS3 ones, but the PS3 ones are streaming only, which is just fucking poopy. God, it's so fucking.
Why is that a new thing that people have been trying to fucking do? It's horrible.
Well, okay, so I know that with the PS3, the reason they're doing it specifically is that because that hardware is just so fucking weird, they're never going to be able to figure out how to make it backwards compatible. So the PS3 is just fucked. That's the only way they're going to be able to do this is if they stream it. So I will give a couple notable games here. We got Demon's Souls, the PS3 version, which is cool. You can stream it, but play that.
Yeah, if you couldn't get a PS5, you can play it now.
Ico, the Hot Shots golf games are good. Infamous 1, 2, and Infamous Festival of Blood. The 3 Ratchet and Clank games, Resistance 3, Tokyo Jungle, believe it or not. That's a weird one.
What?
Yeah, well, okay, so this whole... I'll get to that in a minute. Notice the company that made that, that's Japan Studio, right? I'll come back to that. And then they got some... So those are all PlayStation Studios games. Third-party games. Asura's Wrath was... Nyeh. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Nyeh. But you got Devil May Cry HD Collection. That's good. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. Specifically, Lost Planet 2 is... Nyeh. Whatever. It's an okay list. The PS3 list is kind of bleh. Okay. Let me just... By the way, I just want to point something out here. Okay. All the games on that list that were made... let me see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from Japan Studio. Okay. Hold that thought. These are the original PlayStation games and PSP. Okay. Ape Escape. Hot Shots Golf. IQ Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, which is Jumping Flash is interesting because that's a game that I think a lot of people love, and it's like kind of weird.
Wait a second, is that the game I'm thinking it is? Oh my god, I remember that game.
It's like I never played it, but I think I was hearing about it recently. I don't know, unless I'm thinking of something else, but I thought this was beloved. It doesn't look interesting to me, but I don't know.
This game, like, this is one of those things where whenever you see it, it like unlocks those deep memories in your brain. That
you're just like, oh my god, I've played this.
Years.
You know what game?
I don't think I played Jumping Flash 2. That's the one that I played.
Okay.
A lot.
But I got positive reviews, so maybe this is what I'm thinking of. Well, yeah, actually, on that note, recently when I was at our local game store or whatever, I saw that they had Jersey Devil on PlayStation 1, and I was like, oh my god. Not only have I forgotten that that game exists, but I've forgotten that it exists from when I was like 6 years old. It feels, I don't know how old. It was probably like 6 or 7.
What is Jersey Devil?
It's a PlayStation 1 game. God, now I gotta look up Jersey Devil. That's like a 3D platformer.
The face on the front of it
is so familiar.
Yeah, it's familiar to me.
I remember my uncle had a PlayStation 1, and he had a demo disc that had, like, Jersey Devil on it, and I used to play the shit out of the Jersey Devil demo so much.
It looks like a... I don't want to say, like, a ripoff, but it looks very similar to something like Gex.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it was probably part of that, like, platforming 3D mascot scene at the time.
Like it.
I just remember collecting the pumpkins and shit, and it kind of had a horror-y look. I do like the aesthetic of the game. That is one I'll have to, like, go back and play again just for the shit. I recognize this picture. That was crazy. Like, I seriously have not even thought about that game. Like, it has not made a blip in my mind since I was probably, like, 7. So when I saw the case, I was like, why does that, like, guy on the front, like, why is it doing something to me? Because I've never seen the case before. I'd never seen the fucking case before. And I had thought of, like, I remember, it blew my mind because this was about a year ago when this happened, right? And I was, like, a week before that. It was funny because I was like, I remember playing this demo disc at my uncle's. And I remember, like, absolutely loving some game on there, and it had pumpkins. But I don't remember anything about it. I go to Video Games, etc. like a week later. I see that game in the case, and I was like, what is that? And then I look up Jersey Devil. I was like, holy shit, that's the game. Like, I couldn't figure it out at all a week ago. And it blew my mind because it was just like something like everything came back to me. Because I had spent some time like looking up PlayStation demo discs and like what that could possibly be and stuff the day that I had thought of that. And it was just one of those things like it's funny how that works with games sometimes. Like there's a game out there you're like, oh, I played that when I was like 2 and I don't remember fuck all about it until you see it and remember that it exists. Just that fact that it exists, it was crazy.
I personally love having interactions in my mind like that.
Oh yeah,
it's just like,
yeah.
It's just you get hit with this immense wave of nostalgia, and you just want to like play the game.
Right. I definitely want to see Jersey Devil again. I'm sure it's shit, but okay. Let me continue here. So, PlayStation Studios games. We have Ape Escape, Hot Shots Golf, IQ, Intelligent Cube. So you basically have most of the Hot Shots Golf games. Jumping Flash, Siphon Filter. I mean, that's a good one. And Super Stardust Portable is the only PSP game right now, believe it or not. Third-party games. Mr. Driller. People like Mr. Driller. Tekken 2. Interesting, they chose 2. Worms World Party and Worms Armageddon. There you go. Those are your PS1 games. Don't say anything about it yet. We got a bunch of PS4 games. Okay. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything.
So
well,
can I say something?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the whole list. So go ahead.
I'm kind of surprised to see that they have Ape Escape 1 and 2, but for some reason they're leaving out Ape Escape 3.
They only have Ape Escape 1.
They have Ape
Oh
Escape
no, they
2
do have Ape Escape. They have Ape Escape 2, but it's like titled under PS4.
Yeah.
That's weird. Is it because it's like back? Is it interesting? Oh, because it's like a remaster. They're considering it a remaster, so it's not like a straight port. I assume that means like it's getting like a Series X touch-up type of thing. How like the Series X sometimes can. Okay, so we have okay. I guess I should go over that then. The remasters, because some of these are Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2 are PS2 games. Ark the Lad. I didn't even see that. Holy shit!
I didn't even realize that none of these were PS2 games. I saw Ape Escape 2 and immediately was just thought this was a list of PS2
No,
games.
I didn't think there was any PS2 games because I just saw the side. Wait a minute. So they have Ark the Lad. Ark the Lad is an expensive series. Which one is this? Twilight of the Spirits? That might be one of the cheaper ones, actually. But still, like that's actually cool.
Ark the Lad is about $50. You can buy it right now for $14.
Which one?
Twilight of the Spirits.
Yeah,
and it's complete. Oh my god, someone's selling it for $6. This game is
I was gonna say the original like collection though of Ark the Lad is so expensive on the PlayStation 1. It's so pricey. Ark the Lad is a game that I've always wanted to play as well, and I've never got to. I didn't see that, so I might have to actually try that, even if it's the PS2 one. Fantavision, Hot Shots Tennis, Jak 2, Jak 3, Jak X, Jak and Daxter. So all the Jak games. Rogue Galaxy, Siren, Wild Arms 3. Wild Arms is a great game. And then some actual like PS3 to PS4 games like Borderlands, Handsome Collection. Or actually, these are just PS4 games. Okay, those are third-party partners. So, two things I want to point out this list. One, so I'm just going to count these again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 games. Thank you for closing down Japan Studio. They're literally carrying your list. Oh, that's not even all of them. 20, 21,
yeah, no,
22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Contributed so much to Sony.
Oh my god, that pisses me off.
And so many of the games they contributed are part of the fucking iconic uprising of the damn system.
Gravity Rush 1 and 2 are on the PS4 list, by the way, so that's fantastic. Japan Studio, PS4. Shadow of the Colossus is what I was going to say there. Yeah, so many Japan Studio like published or involved games. It's so frustrating that they fucking closed that down to work on the Last of Us remake or whatever the hell's going on over there. I don't even know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I think that was because Japan Studio is the one where all those famous like people like the guy who worked on what's his name, Miyazaki, who worked on Dark Souls, like he would contribute to Japan Studio stuff, and he said that he's not going to do anything with it anymore because he didn't like the direction. And like you had some, or maybe that's not what he said. Some people didn't like the direction. You had the guy who did the music there, he left or whatever. So like a lot of the famous people, and then eventually they just like apparently merged Japan Studio. I think I don't want to say it and get it wrong, but they're gone. They're basically gone, and I think the biggest reason was because Sony wants to like work on their new games. I want to say that was the company that they merged to help with Naughty Dog's stuff. I could be wrong on that, so do not look it up for yourself. I don't want to give out the wrong information, but they're gone, and it's bullshit. Anyway, so what do you think of that list?
I like some of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little, like, when I first saw it, I was like, well, there's some good stuff in here. When I really look at it in hindsight, I was like, you know what? It's okay. Because honestly, the PS4 games, I'm kind of like, who cares? Because at some point, you know, you're going to imagine that more people probably have a PS5. Even if they don't, they still have a PS4 to play a lot of these games. Like, I get it. Like, okay, what are the free games? Okay, but what is the real appeal to this? Like, we're looking at the classic games. Because with Game Pass, we kind of look at, like, oh, what new games can we get coming out and stuff. And Sony said they're not going to have brand spanking new games on this for a while if they do it. You know, that's one of the appeals of Game Pass. Game Pass, just a big appeal is having a ton of games, but one of the biggest appeals is also being able to play old games in the backwards compatibility, something that Sony has struggled with. And when you really look at, like, the amount of PS2 games, a lot of them are ones that are already available. Dark Cloud 1 and 2 are on sale on the PlayStation Store all the time. Dark Cloud 1 is like $7 today. It went on sale today. That's crazy. Actually, Ape Escape went on sale as well. A lot of these games, I feel like, are ones that they kind of already have on the store or something. And honestly, when you really look at the list, like, first of all, the list of original PlayStation 1 games and the fact that there's one PSP game is pathetic. I will say, like, I understand they're going to add more. Like, that's the whole point of this. We're getting started. But what a weird start. Okay, if I were to tell you we're going to start a list of games, we're going to add them to this service, and it's going to feature like some of the classic PlayStation 1 games such as Ape Escape. Well, yes. Hot Shots Golf. Well, good game, you know. IQ, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Siphon Filter, yes, is a classic. And that's it. Well, I guess you got the third parties. Mr. Driller, good game, but it's not, you know. Tekken 2, yes, I can see it, although 3 makes more sense, but yes, I can see it. And then 2 Worms games, it's like, really? Fucking really? Like, that's what it... I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't sound all that appealing at this point.
No, because I can tell you right now, I have half of the shit on this list that would actually be pulling me in. I already have most of the stuff that would be appealing to me.
Right. Well,
so all this other stuff, I'm just like, yeah, is it worth it? Oh, I could kind of just go play the game that I have right now.
Well, and even if you... Okay, like, let's say you're in a situation like me. Like, I don't own a lot of PlayStation 1 games anymore. I will get more. But right now, I have Digimon World 1 and 3. I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, and I have Tomb Raider 2. So I don't have, like, a big PlayStation 1 collection. So even for somebody like me... First of all, by the way, where the fuck is Tomb Raider? Holy shit. Like, you couldn't figure... I know that it's being sold right now as we speak or whatever. You couldn't make a deal with Square Enix. Square Enix has some games on here. So that's kind of... what? Because Square Enix has the rights right now. But, okay, let's say you couldn't make a deal with the company that's buying it, who I can't remember. Like, holy shit, you couldn't get the original Tomb Raiders. Like, you can't get... What is this list? It just doesn't... Like, there's got to be a bunch of PlayStation classics that are missing on here. And I mean, like, a shit ton, because that console has so many classics. You can't get Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the PS1?
No. That's just it. Is like... So I was going to say, like, I guess, how... classic are we talking about? Because we do have
PlayStation 1
like,
games.
Well, like all the Crash Bandicoots and all the Spyros, but then it's like, do they want to put those on there because they just had all those remasters and remakes that they just did?
And
so
I can
those are part of it, but they
I can understand some things like that where it's like, okay, Microsoft just bought those franchises, but that's the thing, is like, maybe there's going to be a couple, but it's like, okay, what about PS2s? It's like, well, we didn't get God of War. We got none of the God of War games on PS2. Does that not blow your mind?
I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get any of the God of War games on the PS3 section, because they had all those remastered.
We do get God of War, like the PS4 one. But yeah.
I mean, that was already on there, though, wasn't it? That was already part of the PlayStation Plus, like,
if you have a PS5
the PS4 genre.
Yeah, if you have a PS5, it's part of like the PlayStation Plus whatever collection or whatever. But nonetheless, this is my point. Like, okay, but what about God of War 1, 2, and 3? Let's not even talk about the side games, which are PSP games, which you said there would be one PSP game. Like, that's all you could scrap up. Like, again, I get it's an initial list, but damn. I just feel like in terms of the retro games, it's kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, don't get me wrong.
No,
I want this to succeed. So, you know, if there's any like buddy who's now we supposedly shit on Xbox last week with the Starfield thing. Well, now I'm gonna shit on PlayStation because there's so many.
PlayStation has an entirely separate set of issues all on their own.
Sure.
Like, we're not biased towards only bitching about like
right.
Xbox.
Yeah.
PlayStation has its own set of things that we could talk about too.
Rogue Galaxy, I forgot about that. I mean, there is some nice additions here. Like, I'm a fan of Wild Arms. I like Wild Arms or whatever. But, you know, it's just like overall when I really think about like you couldn't scrap up something for Konami. Konami gives their shit out to everybody. You couldn't scrap like a Final Fantasy 7 on PlayStation 1 or
where the fuck is Metal Gear Solid?
That's what I said too. It was like I said that at work. I was like, "Why the fuck is Metal Gear Solid?" Like, again, I get it. They're gonna release some games, but like I'm telling you, I had Game Pass when it first came out, and it was a lot better. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm not trying to compare what they were at the time, but I'm just saying, like,
it's lackluster for the release.
Yes, you would think they would have like a couple of really big games, and I just don't feel. Well, the PS4 list is fantastic. I'll throw that out there. The PS4 list is fucking fantastic. You know, Demon's Souls. You get the PS5 version even actually. So the PS5. You know, if you like Days Gone, Bloodborne, Gravity Rush 1 and 2, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Everybody's Golf is an underrated game. Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, that's a fantastic list right there, and I've only read anything above the letter I. Like,
I think that
it's
all
the
of
retro
that stuff
games
you listed was that's still part of the thing they already had. Is Persona on there? Oh, Persona isn't on there actually.
Persona
not on that list.
5. Is that what you're talking about? Or...
Yeah, Persona 5's not on that list.
Well, I know
That's
that they
kinda
just took
surprising.
Persona 5 off of the PlayStation Plus collection, and I'm wondering if that's because they maybe plan on putting Royal on it or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I guess to boil it down, I just think the retro list is disappointing. PS2 retro list is okay, but you're missing some stuff. PS1 list is like, these are good games, but this you could do way more. And PS3 is streaming, so who gives a fuck? Like, it's just, I didn't love it. And I get, again, in 2 years, it's just going to be a fantastic list. Probably, but just for the initial list, again, as of right now, like, it's like,
at least it's not like worse.
I don't think we're alone on that either. Again, we might get some hate for this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. But I know, like, here's the first comment. The PS4, PS5 games are looking pretty damn good, but I'm extremely disappointed with the classic lineup for most of the PS1, PS2, and PSP games. You might as well say game, because that's the only one that PSP got one game. And apparently Vita's not going to be on this, which I'm like, oh, that sucks, but whatever. Like, at least they told us that beforehand. But man, anyway, I'm done on that. So
yeah.
Okay. Are you done? Are you tired? Yes, Gabe. Jack and Dexter is on it. There was a comment. The YouTube comment on your Starfield video from, Lemon Lime is the person who left the comment that said, "Worry about me, baby." Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck to make of that. Yeah, it was like, because I named the video, like, I'm worried about Starfield or something, and then someone said, "Worry about me, baby." I don't know who Lemon Lime. It just cracked me up. But yes, they have all the Jack games on there. That's a good one. That's probably something more of what I expect, is like, Jack and Dexter is kind of a big PS2 game, Anyway, all right. Well, that's gonna do it for this. Was Streamcast 10, by the way. We've done this every 2 weeks for 10 times in a row. So we've already beat our Spicy Salsa podcast consistency record, because I think that was I don't even know. We got like 7 or 8 out of that.
This one's a lot more well structured than that one was as well.
I think so. I'm a lot more prepared than I was back then. I've learned a lot more and stuff. But yes, this was Streamcast number 10. I will be uploading these into individual segments on the YouTube throughout the next couple weeks. If there's not enough gaming news, I actually thought it would be fun next time to do I thought it would be fun to do like a Streamcast. I had an idea, like every now and then we could do one on a specific game or series, and we just literally talk about the whole time. It could be like anything. So if I pick Sonic, it could be like the first 10 minutes we talk about our favorite Sonic game, or like the next, maybe it spirals into we talk about I remember playing this one growing, or something like that. I thought that would be cool if we did themed Streamcasts. So that's an idea that I have, but I'll do that when there's a slow news week, So
I would be down.
Okay, well, yeah, things are going pretty strong here. Still got a couple YouTube videos I'm working on. Next week's streams, I don't know yet. We will probably go back to Elden Ring soon. I will probably do another Nuzlocke Challenge video next week at least, because I would like to get through that. I need to grind on that a little bit. Yeah, I think that's probably all I got for now. So, hello.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. Yeah, they're twins.
Yes, they are twins. Alrighty. Well, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Gabe. Yeah, GG. That's a weird way. Okay. GG. Peace out. All right. Bye, guys. I hope to see you next week. Stay in the Discord for the updates or whatever.
See ya.
Bye, guys.